why using the news to learn a foreign language might be a good way to find comprehensible input. I think the majority of people these days believe that comprehensible input is a good way of consolidating your knowledge of a foreign language. That is, consuming media that is largely understandable to you, but pushes you a little so that you actually learn something from it. So I'm proposing to you today that you use news coverage as part of your comprehensible input, especially international news coverage. Do you see where I'm going with this? If you have listened to the international news in your own language, then you will know something about what's happening in other countries. If you then consume that news in another language, there is bound to be a lot of crossover, which makes it more comprehensible. The facts are going to be the same. It's only the opinions that might differ, which is in itself interesting, getting a different perspective on something you've already heard about. And, dare I say it? Yes, I think I will. Getting a foreign perspective on what's happening in your own country. That could be uncomfortably eye-opening. So, how can you consume the news? It's probably best to start off with the written news. There are lots of newspaper websites out there on the internet which have various levels of free and paid access. But even little free snippets can be enough to practice on, especially when you're starting out. There are also some apps that aggregate the newspapers for a particular country, which can be useful too. Or if you want a less formal perspective, you could look for blogs covering news events. There are many of these created by reporters on the side these days, although those may require subscriptions. There are also podcasts, both video and audio only. Many of these are on YouTube. TV is going to be more difficult because TV programs are often region restricted, but I think everyone knows by now that there are ways of getting around these things, but they don't always work. What doesn't usually get restricted, though, is radio. Some radio stations are all news. Others have the hourly or half-hourly reports to listen to. The benefit of these is that the news will keep on being repeated, giving you more opportunity to work out what's being said. And there will be on some channels that aren't particularly news-focused, individual whole programs dedicated to news, either on a particular subject or, for example, what's in the newspapers that day. To start out, whichever method of news consumption you choose, I'd recommend picking one specific news item and going deep on it. Use a few different resources and see how much you can get from each of them. Then gradually build up.